Hello, it's me, your Uncle Mike from Boston. How are you, do? I just got back from the movie Dhurandhar, The Revenge. Oh, but I'm going to talk all about it on the other side. So my day started early. I was the first one in the parking lot. I couldn't wait to see this. So check this out, and let's talk about it on the other side.
Race me a winner, I would kill for my people, it don't make me a sinner. From the coast to the plains, everybody know the name. Coming from, we got bills to maintain. Bitch, you got an ego, shut up, fuck with me though. I make all that money like I'm running a casino. G-code, know I got that power in my genome. Cut the bluff, can you stand up, what's between though?
Heartbreaking, gut-wrenching, tear-jerking, plot-twisting, soul-crushing, awe-inspiring, ass-kicking fucking masterpiece. Do I need to say anything else? I just gave away the ending. I loved it. I mean, what can I tell you? I mean, The Godfather came out in the 70s. It won the Oscar for Best Picture, and then they came out with Godfather 2. How dare you? Guess what? That won Oscar for Best Picture too. Never been done before, right? And so, Dhurandhar, The Revenge, just as good as the first one. What an emotionally draining movie. What an experience. It was incredible. I mean, 3.5 hours. I mean, all credit goes to the director. I mean, I got to get his name right. Excuse me. Aditya Dar. I mean, really, from one scene to the next to bring us along for a 3.5 hour journey and not even notice the time. I mean, it was brilliant. There was so many different plot twists and things he did with the time where, one of the scenes where near the end where Major Iqbal brings in Ranveer's character, and we think he's going to die. He's torturing him. We had found out that he was an Indian agent, and then they backtrack. Right when that scene's happened, all of a sudden they back up a little bit and they show him. I think he's on the phone. He's explaining the whole plot. Do you want them all there? I'm going to get them all there for you. Don't worry about me. I'll find a way out. And then so like playing with time like that during that, brilliant. And so props to the director. I give him so many flowers. I don't think I'd give him enough credit in the first movie. And then also the soundtrack, how that lifted the movie, lifted the scenes, every song. I mean, Shushwat Suchdev, the composer. I mean, flowers to him. So, wow. I mean, unbelievable movie. So I start with the acting, Ranveer. I mean, where do I go? Akshay Khanna stole the first movie for me. He had that special presence. Ranveer did it for this one. What a masterpiece performance by him. I mean, talk about three-dimensional characters, what he had to show. I mean, so from the beginning, right? So we see this young, he looked like a college student, happy, kind of naive to the world, gullible. And then what he was at the end as his body, as he just got into the car at the end with that big plot twist. I'll get to that in a second. And how it was just dragged through everything. And so actually even go a little bit further. When he walks up to the house at the very end and he sees his mother and his sister and it looks like his nephew and he smiles and he realizes he can't go in there because I don't know why. Is that not real? Or he realizes that he can't go back to that life? I don't know. But the journey that the actor took us on, I'm sorry, second to none. And so, oh my God, I want to give him props for so many different things. So it's like the character. Hamza equals lion, right? And so the long hair, the mane, the beard, he looked like a lion. He embraced the attributes of a lion. You could see that in the character that he brought, the way he walked. He carried himself like he was the leader of the pack in this particular movie. and the lion metaphors and references. Was it the when he was embraced at the end by that government official? I forget his name, but it's like, "You are my lion." What did he say to him? Something about "You're my beast." And also there was another scene where it was a reference to the line. But anyway, so this reminds you. Quick sidebar. A Streetcar Named Desire, classic movie from the 50s. Marlon Brando his character embodied an ape, an animal ape, and that's what he kept thinking about, as an ape as he was acting, right? And he would scratch himself underneath here like an ape would. So I saw Ranveer doing the same thing, the embodiment of a lion throughout it, and that's what it was. It was a lion performance, incredible. All right, next performance, Jamil. I didn't realize it till the end. What a plot twist! What? So when Ranveer gets in the car at the end and it's him there, I mean, oh my God. Oh my God. And so it all made sense that he was pulling the strings behind the scenes. I thought he was a buffoon. He was like the comic relief, but really spent 45 years there. He gave up his life too. And so, I mean, so, all right, so put that aside. I just got to go back to Ranveer for a second, because there was a couple of parts that he got to me. When he found his sister, and when he found her in that shed or whatever it was, and you could see her, she was scrubbing. That actress was unbelievable, because she emoted for that 2 minutes, and Ranveer is crying. I cried. And that was pretty early on in the movie. And so, but the actor, right? The character and the actor had to do this. He had to let go of his history, who he was. He burns the family picture, burns the notes, everything about himself, and he's no more. And he goes in, and then he has to do it a second time. He comes out and he realizes he can never see his wife and his child again. He has to burn that picture. So twice we have to see this actor go through that struggle. Unbelievable. I'm going on crazy about Ranveer, but he deserves it. All right. Jamil, the character Jamil, Rakesh, the actor, once again, to pull that off at the end, to realize that he was a secret agent all along. I mean, sheesh. That guy was great, too. All right. So, Yelena, she gets flowers. Wasn't a big part of the first half of the movie, but when she was called upon, big time came through. She was great. So she steals it. All right, so the bad guys, Major Iqbal, we got to see his character developed a lot more from the first movie, because the scenes with his dad, I believe that was his dad, right? And his dad's ripping on him and tearing him apart, and he's just taking it. The actor, to show that how he just took that and then he released it. It made sense why he was so angry. It explained how he was the angel of death. Is that what it was called? How he could be so cruel. Well, it explains it. His father was cruel, and he had to put it. That's why his father got his just desserts at the end. And then, of course, Sanjay as the SP. He was great too. So I don't want to keep going on about the characters, because the plot was very complicated. You really had to concentrate and pay attention. The twists and the turns. The twist at the end of the first half, when he sees that his best friend lets him know that it's, hey, how you doing? How you feeling? He reveals that he knows who it's him. What a plot twist that was. And of course, at the end, when he gets in the car and he sees Jamil. Now, the audience was unbelievable. These Indian cinema experiences are something, it's incredible. The people there are so into the movie. When at the end of the first half, when the friend said his name, I'm not going to say his real name, the character's real name, but when he said that, the audience gasped, and they and then they clapped, and then really laughed. And also, you know what? There was a lot of funny scenes in there that it wasn't slapstick comedy. It was appropriate humor. It released the tension throughout the movie. You had to have those scenes. Thank you, the director. Props back to him. But the audience, and so at the end, the cheering. And so, I'm the only white guy there. Right? It's me, sold out theater, and surrounded by Indians and me. But once again, I'm part of the crowd. I feel like I'm embracing this moment. When I stood up and clapped too at the end. I stood up and clapped with them. How could I not? The movie deserved that. All right, be going on and on in here. The music, the first song when Ranveer and his friend get on the train to go see the mob boss, that first mob boss where he was doing the drug deal for his father, the friend was. That song got me in the mood right away. It really set the tone. And then when Ranveer goes in and tries to save his sister, they're killing everybody. That was the R.E.R.E. song. Perfect timing for that. These songs really, really, really helped move the story along. So great soundtrack, great movie, great experience. So, I mean, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. I mean, what can I give you? So if the first one would have won an Oscar, this would win an Oscar too. Now, how do I rate them? The first one was a surprise as it unfolded, the acting, the whole thing. I didn't know what to expect. This was a real movie, right? And I mean, a Hollywood quality CGI, both movies had this, right? So the lack of surprise from the second one, because I'm already familiar with the characters, it brings it down just instead of A++, it was A+. I mean, how does that do it, right? So, woo. All right, stream of consciousness. That's how I work. I just let it all out. I think I got what I wanted to say out there. I could talk for another half hour about this, but I think you get the point. I'm a feelings guy, right? I'm not, technically, I'm not going to talk about the direction, where the camera angle was, CGI, all that stuff. No, I go on emotion. I'm a music guy. That's what brought me here. I'm not a professional movie critic, right? I just go on my feelings, and I think you feel that way too. I think that's the same way. For me to really criticize or analyze the movie, I got to watch it a couple of times. So all of these thoughts, everything that's running through me is coming from I saw the movie an hour ago. All right. So unedited. All right. I just let all the air out of my balloon. Thank you for listening to all this. If you like me and you like what I'm doing here, I appreciate any hypes you can do for my videos, likes, subscribes, all that type of stuff. But once again, you guys are my family, and I'm happy to share all my emotions with you. So namaste, and I will catch you next time.